Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or indeed if you're new, welcome. Today's video is going to be slightly different. I saw a fellow YouTuber, Katie Snooks, doing a mini book review of books she's been reading on her Kindle. Now, because I don't actually read physical books, I was like a bit sceptical about doing this, but I'm a huge bookworm and I love reading. So I've got books on my Kindle that I've read, obviously, and books that I'm currently reading, and I just thought I would tell you about some of them that I've been reading without hopefully giving away too much about the actual book. First of all, I just want to show you my eye makeup today. I don't know how much it's going to show up. It's probably best to do it with my ring light, but I was quite proud of it. If you follow me on Instagram, I've put photos up there. Sorry, I'm still snotty. My Instagram is make_up_lover1983, and you'll find all my details other than YouTube in the in the above section. So, my books are on my Kindle. As you can tell, I love The Little Mermaid. This is the cover that I bought for my Kindle. My Kindle is the Kindle Fire HDX7. As you can see yourself reflected there. So let's have a little dive in. Oh, so cold today. So the book I'm currently reading, I obviously won't speak about, but this is a list of all of the books that I have been reading for a good few years. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speak to you about a couple of my absolute favourite books and books that I would recommend to you. Now, one of my favourite books, and I read it so long ago, but I just love it, and it is called The Magpies by Mark Edwards. Now, this is what the cover of the book looks like, and I will just click onto it for you, and we will go to the beginning of the book. There we are, and I will read a little bit of what it says for you. It says the #1 bestseller overall, 150,000 copies sold, and it is still high ranking in, one like at the top book to read. It says Meet the Neighbours from Hell. In the gripping thriller that reviewers and readers describe as fast-paced, chilling, and impossible to put down. When Jamie and Kirsty move into their first home together, they are full of optimism. The future in which they plan to get married and start a family is bright. The other residents of their building seem friendly too, including the Newtons, a married couple who welcome them to the building with open arms. But then strange things start to happen. Dead rats are left on their doorstep, they hear disturbing noises, and much worse, in the night, after Jamie's best friend is injured in a horrific accident, Jamie and Kirsty find themselves targeted by a campaign of terror. As Jamie and Kirsty are driven to the edge of despair, Jamie vows to fight back, but he has no idea what he is really up against. And then it just says, The Magpies is a gripping psychological thriller in which the monsters are not vampires or demons, but the people we live next door to. We've all had the neighbours from hell. Or if you haven't, you're lucky. It is a nightmare that could happen to anyone. And then it's just got a few little bits. Now, I can read a little bit to you about the author, because it's got there, the author Mark Edwards. So we'll click on that and I'll give you a bit more information. And it says, I write psychological thrillers. My influences include writers such as Stephen King, Iran Levin, I think that's right, Ruth Rendell, Ian McEwan, Val McDermid, and Donna Tartt. And movies like Rosemary's Baby, Single White Female, Fatal Attraction, and anything in which scary things happen to ordinary people. So that's his inspiration for those sorts of things. So yes, that is one of my all-time favourite books. I really, really enjoyed it. I read it a good few years ago when I was in Tuscany with my friend, and I couldn't put the book down. So I highly, highly recommend it. Now, he's recently just brought out a short sequel to this book, so we will move on to that one, and I shall find it for you. And this short sequel is called A Murder of Magpies. So let's get the front cover to show you. No, I do not want to. I want you to go to there. Oh my goodness. Never wants to play ball, does it, technology? So this is the short sequel that he's recently brought out. Come on, focus. Okay. And I'll just read to you the synopsis, if that's the right word for that, and tell you all about it. So again, this says, the terrifying sequel to the #1 bestseller, The Magpies. 5 years ago, Jamie Knight lost everything. Now, I don't know how I'm going to read this to you without giving it away, but I don't actually think I am going to give it away. But to save from giving any spoilers, because before I even read this, this is basically going 5 years after what has happened in the Magpies book. So really, if you like the sound of the Magpies, and you know you do, go and read that, and then get this short sequel. I mean, this is a really short sequel, like honestly it is. For the Kindle reading, it says it's 1 hour and 19 minutes and it's got 93 pages. But I don't want to read any more because, one, if you've not read it, you're going to be like, why is she reading that out to me? And again, I don't want to give it away because the first sentence it says in the synopsis is 5 years ago, Jamie Knight something something something. So I don't want it to spoil it. But seriously, if you haven't read these books and you love reading like I do, and you love a good psychological thriller, you got to check it out. So that's The Magpies and A Murder of Magpies. So they're the first two books that I highly recommend that you try. So the next one that I really recommend and really, really enjoyed was Beware the Past, a gripping crime thriller with a huge twist by Joy Ellis. And this is the cover of that book there. Okay. Now, this was recommended to me by a lady at work because she knows I love psychological thrillers, and she said that she literally was up to all hours of the morning reading this and couldn't put it down. So, what it says is a stunning new standalone crime thriller from #1 best-selling author Joy Ellis with a totally shocking conclusion. Discover the author everyone's talking about. So it says, one terrible case always haunted Detective Matt Ballard. Now many years later, the killer seems to be back, and this time he's after Matt. When Matt Ballard was starting out his career, 3 boys were murdered in the same area, the remote and bleak Gibbet Fen. Sometimes I'm not sure if I'm saying words right, so don't take me at close value on that. When the main suspect was killed in a hit and run, the killing stopped, but Matt was not satisfied that the real murderer had been caught. Over 25 years later, Matt gets a photo in an unmarked envelope. It's of the Gibbet Fen crime scene, and the picture was taken before the murder took place. More photos arrive relating to the historic murders, as well as intimate pictures of Matt's very secret private life. Then in capital letters, it's got a killer who will stop at nothing to destroy a detective. And basically what happens is he thinks he's put all of this past murders behind him and moved on from it. And then another murder happens with some of the hallmarks of the old case. Has the killer returned, or is this just a sick copycat determined to ruin Matt's life and reputation? Everyone around Matt is in danger as the killer plays mind games with the detective. In an absolutely breathtaking conclusion, Matt and his team race against time to stop a vicious killer who knows no limits. So I really enjoyed this because it's fast-paced and it kept you going. Now, the setting, it's set in England's rural Fenland. I'm just trying to read what it says. That's not really helping much. So, yes. Now, does it say anything by the author? There's obviously a lot of different books by the author. And I'm not sure. I don't think they're in any particular order. But as I say, this was just recommended. That's some of the other books there. This was just recommended to me. I'll leave the authors in the down bar so you can check them out. So that's another one that I enjoyed reading, Beware the Past. Okay, but nowhere as good as the Magpies ones. What other book will we pick for you for this one? I'm trying to pick another one that's completely sort of different. Oh, I enjoyed this book as well very much. Obviously I enjoyed all the, well, not all the books, but I'm going to show you this one. This is called My Beautiful Struggle by Jordan Bone, who is also a YouTuber, and I will leave a link to her channel. And this is the beautiful Jordan Bone. Some of you may already know about her. And on the cover it says, a girl with her whole life ahead of her, a terrible accident, an inspiring story of triumph over trauma. So, let's just, excuse me, why is this Kindle, there we go, about this book. So this says, as I said, a girl with her whole life ahead of her, a terrible accident, an inspiring story of triumph over trauma. Age 15, Jordan was a happy-go-lucky girl, having fun with friends and living life. In one fateful moment, everything changed. A car accident left her paralysed from the chest down and shocked her into deep depression. She was on the brink of giving up, but gradually Jordan realised there is hope beyond utter devastation and life beyond disability. Painstakingly relearning how to apply her beloved makeup, Jordan began to rebuild her self of sense and empowerment. Her body may have been broken, but her spirit was not. She is now a successful beauty blogger, and her journey of positivity inspires... Why did you go off? Hold on. Inspires millions around the world. My Beautiful Struggle is the incredible true story of how one young woman overcame immense challenges, of inner strength that lies beneath outer beauty, of how to believe in yourself and find the light when it feels like all hope is gone. So basically it is, I suppose, a biography. It's about her life, her struggles with being paralysed. It's showing you how she's not been defeated by it, but it's going through the different stages of how it affected her life. And it was just a really good read. And because I had seen her, Pixie Woo, the makeup artist, they had interviewed her. And I mean, her makeup skills are beyond brilliant. I mean, much better than anything I could do. So if you're into makeup, if you're into finding out about real life, not a fiction story, and also a fellow, I can't speak, man, a fellow YouTuber, that was another book I really enjoyed. So I'm going to do one more for today because I can feel my throat going. And another one I really enjoyed, and it also resonated with me because I do suffer with anxiety myself and I've had depression in the past, is Reasons to Stay Alive by Matt Haig. Okay, and again, let's have a wee see. Now, another YouTuber I saw reviewing this was, or said she read it, was Beauty Creep Erin. And I just thought, right, I'll give it a go. So this says, the #1 Sunday Times bestseller. What does it mean to feel truly alive? Oh, excuse me. This is driving me nuts, this cold flu damn thing. So it says, age 24, Matt Haig's world caved in. He could see no way to go on living. This is the true story of how he came through crisis, triumphed over an illness that almost destroyed him, and learned to live again. A moving, funny and joyous exploration of how to live better, love better and feel more alive. Reasons to Stay Alive is more than a memoir. It is a book about making the most of your time on earth. Okay? And then he has said, I wrote this book because the oldest cliches remain the truest. Time heals. The bottom of the valley never provides the clearest view. The tunnel does have light at the end of it, even if we haven't been able to see it. Words, just sometimes, really can set you free. Now, there's a bit about the author here, so I will read that to you as well. And it says, Matt Haig is a British author of children and adults. His memoir, Reasons to Stay Alive, was a #1 bestseller, staying in the British top 10 for 46 weeks. His children's book, A Boy Called Christmas, was a runaway hit and is translated in over 25 languages. It is being made into a film by Studio Canal, and The Guardian called it an instant classic. His novels for adults include the award-winning The Radleys and The Humans. He won the TV Book Club Book of the Series and has been shortlisted for a Specsavers National Book Award. The Humans was chosen... What's it doing now? I don't want you to go to the book. Oh my god. I don't know what it's doing. It's going crazy. The Humans was chosen as a World Book Night title. So he has many's a book. Now, some of the other books he's got, as I say, are The Humans, How to Stop Time, The Radleys, Echo Boy, Humans and A to Z, The Possession of Mr. Cave, The Dead Fathers Club, The Last Family in England, To Be a Cat, and Notes on a Nervous Planet. So he's done quite a few books, and I just think this one, it's more of a hard-hitting book. It's not a light read by any means. I'm not saying every single person out there suffers with anxiety or depression or whatever, but I'm sure we have all had times when we have felt one way or another and you just feel like, you know, everyone's saying to you, oh, it gets better, times are healer, blah de blah de blah, and you just want to scream and be like, oh, I don't want to hear it. So for me, it was nice to read that book and relate to some of the different scenarios in it. And as I say, I like a different eclectic, maybe that's the word, eclectic array of books. Mostly I like crime, psychological thrillers, I like the odd biography, I like a little bit of romance but not too much. And sometimes I like the hard-hitting books that really hit home. And sometimes, believe it or not, even reading the saddest books, like I've read some books on abuse, like before I got into reading on the Kindle, I read A Child Called It. And oh my god, it was one of the most heartbreaking, harrowing, couldn't believe it type of books that I've ever read in my life. And I got into reading when my mum got ill because it was escapism, and also my mum would spend a lot of time in her bed, so I never wanted to disturb her by having telly on or music, so I would just read. And when I read the book, I said to mum, do you want to read this? And she was like, not a chance. She was like, I just don't want to read about how horrible someone could be. You were actually reading it and thinking to yourself, is this real life? Is someone actually treating another person, and not even just another person, but their own child like this? It was just unbelievable, but I couldn't put it down. And the fact that I went on and read them all, as heartbreaking as they were, was because this guy Dave Peltzer came out the other side, and now he does international talks for other people so they don't suffer with stuff like that. And I mean, it was just unbelievable. So I do like to read a different genre type and style of book, but mostly, yes, I do like my non-fiction psychological thriller crime books. Now, the one I'm currently reading at the moment is... oh, my throat. I need to stop talking. The one I'm currently reading at the moment is called Perfect Death by Helen Fields. And this is the third book in a series that I've read of this. So I have read... where are they? Perfect Prey and Perfect Remains. I can't remember which way round it goes. And basically it's set in Edinburgh. And the policeman is called Luke Kalanach. I don't really know how to say it. And he is a French policeman who has come over from Interpol, where he was accused of raping a woman, which turned out to be a complete lie. You know, she's just like a complete pathological liar. So obviously his name got dragged through the mud and everything, and his relationship with his mum was estranged and things, and he just needed a complete break. But once his name was cleared and they knew that all the allegations were false, he got a job with Scotland Yard in Edinburgh. And he makes friends with Ava Turner, who was another fellow cop from Edinburgh. So it's kind of based on them two and their own story, as well as different murders. And the murders don't necessarily follow, like, you know, it's not the same murder from book 1 to 2 to 3, but their characters, like, you want them to get together. You know they like each other. Just do it. But will they? I don't know. So that's the book that I'm currently reading just now. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this different style of video from me. I know that I do love my makeup, my skincare, my unboxings, my tag videos, but I also love reading. I love reading. Like, the best part of my day is putting this phone off, putting my Kindle off, not my Kindle, because it's my Kindle I read, putting my tablet off, putting my laptop off, putting it all away, getting into my bed, getting cosy, and reading for a few hours before I fall off to sleep. That's the best part of my day. Other than when I'm with my boyfriend. It's the best part of my day. I love it. It's just escapism. I get absorbed in the book. Brilliant. So why not chat about it? And as I say, I watched Katie Snooks' video yesterday. I'll also leave a link to her channel as well. And I just thought, this is brilliant. And even reading hers, like one of the books she mentioned, I've actually seen Zoella talk about it, and I've seen it come up on my Kindle suggestions. So I've also added that into, you know, my list of books. I feel like I've not got enough time in life for all the books that I want to read. And I hope this is something that you will enjoy as well. If you're obviously not into books, then I wouldn't bother watching this video. But if you are into books, then great. And I would love it if you have any suggestions of authors or books. Please leave them down in the comments, because I would love to go and check them out. That would be great, because as I say, I love books. And if you want to know any more about any of the books that I have in my Kindle, please feel free to ask. I am also still currently running my 700 UK subscriber giveaway. We're getting there slowly. So if you haven't already, I will leave a link to that as well, where you can click on that video, watch the video, be subscribed, click the bell button to be notified when I upload a video. Make sure you're active throughout my channel, because I will check, because it is so unfair on others who are active on the channel, and you might enter just for that giveaway and then you might get picked as the winner, and then you'll sod off and leave me, which isn't great. And also another thing that I noticed watching a fellow YouTuber yesterday, because do you know Louise Pentland, Sprinkle of Glitter? She was at Google at a meeting and they were showing her analytics. Now, the people that are watching her videos brilliant. But see those that are watching our videos and are not subscribing or clicking that bell button, you're not doing yourself any favour, or me, or any other YouTuber. It is literally free. It takes 2 minutes. So if you are watching and you're not subscribed, just click the subscribe button. Seriously, you might as well, because you're here watching anyway, so you might as well click that subscribe button. And it makes all the difference. And another thing she was saying as well that she found out from the meeting was that if you haven't clicked the bell button of people you are subscribed to, you're not going to get notified of all of their uploads. It only uploads some of their videos. So if you want to be notified every Monday and Wednesday and a possible bonus video when I put them up, you have to click that bell button. Otherwise, unless you go looking for my channel, you're not going to get told Julie's uploaded a video, or Lightning Lass has uploaded a video, or Charm Wench. So please, please, please do click the like button, subscribe, click the bell button, and if you are watching, it's free. Hit that big red button and have a great Easter, and I will speak to you very soon. Bye.